Hey, all you uncensored souls. Welcome back to another episode of Uncensored Solely, and I'm your host, Solely. So, if you've been in the last few episodes, you've heard me talk a smidge about my move from Illinois to California. Well, update on that, wanted or unwanted, I am enjoying it. I mean, I wake up to palm trees and beautiful sunshine. The ocean's just a few minutes from me. I'm working a kick-ass job right now while I am interviewing for full-time medical positions, but I'm at a really cool brewery and I meet so many awesome people. You guys, I forgot how much I fucking love the food industry, and for any of you guys who've ever worked in it, I think we can all agree it's kind of like your opportunity to do a small acting job. And as somebody who grew up in the world of theater, I love, 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 love the opportunity to act. And every day I go in, I get to put on this like great persona. And I wouldn't call it fake. It's definitely not my usual character front, but it's so much fun. And I get to meet so many cool people, hear about all their different walks of life, their awesome stories. Sometimes I'm a shoulder to cry on. Sometimes I am a fly on the wall to some really good chisme, and other times I'm just trying not to be there with them. But for the most part, I really enjoy the people I get to meet, and that's where the spark for this episode kind of came from. Is last week I had a woman who came in, mid to late 30s, bar was kind of hopping, it was a Friday night, right? But she came in by herself, and she pulls up one of the there wasn't like a whole lot of chairs, but there was still quite a few chairs left at the bar. She pulls up one, she sits down, I go over, introduce myself, do the whole shebang, and then she says really timidly and really awkwardly, I'm here by myself. Is it okay, or is there anybody else that like needs more of these chairs? And I was like, get in here, girlfriend, you're fine, like come on. So I get her to sit down and ask her, have you ever been here before, all of that, blah, blah, blah. And she just, like, can't get over this whole, like, kind of, like, looking around nonsense. And so I end up telling her, I'm like, to make her feel a little bit more comfortable, I love going out by myself. Do you usually do this, or is this new for you? And she ends up giving me her whole life story and telling me how this is something new for her. She's never really done this before, and she just feels so out of place. And that is what we're going to talk about today, guys. We're going to talk about why the fuck are we so afraid to go and do shit on our own and to live a life in solidarity. Not constantly, but every now and again. And how to get comfortable with that if we're not already. So let's get rolling. So I feel like there's a couple reasons, right? Like right off the bat. Biggest thing, and this is something I struggled with when I was younger too. I have not, mind you, been the social butterfly that I am nowadays, but when I was younger, I really struggled, and at times too now in my adult life, I struggled with the perception of being lonely. What did people see and think, and how just like sad it was that I was out there by myself in the world, like, oh, poor Solely, she has no friends, she has no lover, she's alone. And that's not true. It's just not. So let's get over feeling lonely. When we go out to places, right, if you want to get up in the morning, you want to go get a cup of coffee, right, and you go through the drive-thru, you don't think anything about that being awkward. I'm going to go through the drive-thru by myself. I hope nobody thinks that's weird or that looks lonely. So what's the difference between doing that and just going into the coffee shop, getting the cup of coffee, sitting down in the coffee shop with a book or some stuff that you've got for work later that day, right? Or just your thoughts, scrolling through your phone by yourself? The answer is there's not, guys. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing weird about it either. There's nothing weird about it, guys. Absolutely nothing. It's all here in our heads. For those of you who aren't on the YouTube channel, I'm pointing to my head. There's nothing wrong. It's all up here. Completely done to ourselves, okay? So get over the idea of thinking that you're just this lonely, sad pile of flesh out in the world if you don't have a partner with you, if your wife isn't there, if your best friend couldn't come with, if your friends are at home sick or busy, have got other plans, or they just don't feel like doing that thing that you want to do, okay? It doesn't make you a lonely person, all right? It doesn't, not one bit. So scratch that idea out of your head. Now, it might not just be you feeling this way, right? We might also be thinking, well, what if other people are thinking it? Well, let me ask you this. What if we just don't give a fuck? Easier said than done, I know, so don't come at me. But it's the truth. 9 times out of 10, guys, when we go out to places, we are more focused on what other people are thinking about us than those other people are actually thinking about us. You know, we're over here thinking like, oh, I just walked into this party by myself. Everybody must think I'm so sad and lonely and like I can't get a date. 9 times out of 10, you walk into a room, people either didn't notice you even walked into that room. They did notice you because you're hot as fuck, and that should be your mentality when we're going out and about, right? Confidence is key. Enjoy the life you live, enjoy the body you're in, and be happy. Just enjoy the event that you're going to. You're there for a reason, right? You're there because you want to be. Go enjoy the movie. Go enjoy the party. Go enjoy the cup of coffee. Go enjoy the music event. All right? Go enjoy walking downtown and looking at different shops by yourself. 9 times out of 10, guys, I'm telling you, those people aren't noticing you. And if they are noticing you, it's probably for a good reason because you're hot as fuck. Or they don't care that you're there by yourself. Or maybe you just walked into a place and a lot of people who do know you are super stoked that you're there. And nobody cares that you walked in by yourself or that you're there alone. Doesn't make you a lonely person. Doesn't make you a sad sack of shit. Get it out of your head. Now, it's not always us just thinking these things whimsidaisy like, right? It didn't just float out of nowhere. These thoughts, these negative things that we feel, these negative self-perceptions we have came from somewhere, right? We didn't grow up having this already instilled in our brains. It came from somewhere. And as old as this is going to make me sound, social media is doing it to us, guys. It is corrupting us into thinking that we have to have all these things. We see people at parties with all these really great outfits and all these other really great people with all their great outfits and their fancy cars and all the money they're spending. And there's groups of them, right? They're all flacking together, all these people who have other people. And so we think, well, if we go out and somebody sees us and we don't have those people, we don't have the ridiculously hot girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, partner, whatever, what does that make us? Again, don't get into your head like that. You are not a sad sack of shit. You are not a lonely person, not capable of love, being loved, hasn't ever been loved, won't ever be loved. You are awesome. We have to start hyping ourselves up, guys. So when we're getting ready to go to these events, I want you, and I challenge you, right? No matter how little it is, right? If this is new to you, if you guys are new to this whole going at it alone experience, pick something small. Okay, I'm not saying, oh, this year I really wanted to go to Warped Tour and so nobody else wants to go and this is going to be my first chance at going it alone. If you do, props to you. A safe person that you know can answer the phone constantly. I have bailout options constantly, have like ways of protecting yourself, check in with people. There are safety standards, right? But also know you're kind of throwing yourselves to the wolves. Let's maybe start a little bit smaller, you wild thing. Pick our favorite restaurant. That maybe not everybody is always so keen to go to, but you really like it, so fuck it. You want to go get that meal from that place that makes you happy? So go do something like that. Find your inner peace. Build yourself up. Get all dolled up. Get all sexified. Look yourself in the mirror, as awkward as it might be. And trust me, I know you're talking and hearing from a girl who's literally speaking to the back of her phone as we speak. So I get how awkward it is. But look at yourself. Tell yourself you are fine. You are beautiful. You are amazing, not only on the outside, but the inside as well. And then go do it. And as scary as it might be, just get up to the building, get up to the event, walk in. That's the hardest part, right? That is the hardest part, is just getting there and walking through those doors. And then once you're there, enjoy it. Shake off the little social anxiety. Do whatever you gotta do. Hey, go back into the bathroom, say a couple mantras, go have a little stiff drink or something, shake off the nerves, whatever it is, but do it. And then progress, right? Move on to the next bigger thing. Okay, we went and had dinner by ourselves. That was really fucking awkward. But hey, I like it. Now I've done it a couple times. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go to the movies by myself. We work our way up. We build us up. Because the last thing we want to do when we attempt something like this is crush our little bit of faith, joy, and readiness to try something new and daring, and then crush it with anxiety. So give it a go, right? You're not lonely. Nobody's looking at you in a terrible way. Nobody's thinking terrible thoughts of you. And if they are, fuck them, right? You've hyped yourself up, you've gotten yourself mentally prepared, and you're doing the damn thing. Now, you might also be thinking, well, Soli, I have lots of friends that would all be willing to do this. I can just wait it out until next time. I don't need to go to dinner this week if they can't come with, or if my partner is sick or works too much and I've got to wait until they're available. I can just hold off. I don't need to push myself to do these things. Okay, cool. Well, maybe this episode isn't for you. But let me ask you this before you take off. What have you missed out on in life that you really wanted to be a part of, no matter how little or big, that you chose to not be a part of because you said, I'll wait till next time. I'll wait till one of my friends is available. I'll wait until my partner's free. Seriously, think about it. Because I, growing up, had so much stuff that I wanted to do, and I can honestly say I've got a list. I mean, you guys can't see it right now. I don't know. I'm sitting over on my other desk. I'm not going to grab it. But I have a journal specifically for my emotions, and I have a journal specifically for my ambitions. My ambitions book, I've got about 3/4 of the way filled up. It's hundreds of pages long, and I've crossed out over the years all the things that I really want to do. I could have taken care of some of those so much earlier on in life and made space for more fun activities had I just been not timid enough to go them alone, to not wait until somebody was ready. Perfect example. For years, I wanted to do van life. Fresh out of high school, I wanted to. Didn't. Why? I was afraid to do it by myself. I was like, well, it'd be really cool if I ventured around the world a little bit with some friends and then, found somebody who had a similar interest, and then we did it together. And then next thing I knew, 19-year-old me who had that dream was waiting until she was out of one of the worst relationships of her life, had spent 4 years in that relationship, and then decided enough was enough. Now that I'm almost 30 years old, I'm just going to do it by myself. So think about it. How many of these things could we have been doing? How many of these events, these social outings, these dreams, these ambitions, these journeys, travels, could we have embarked on if we just not waited and just done them on our own? Is it scary? Fuck yeah. Is it hard? Yes. Does it take a lot of courage and self-awareness and figuring out? I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm saying you just got to push yourself. So again, if you're saying you're cool with waiting, then toodles. Catch you on the next episode. But for the people who are tired of waiting for other people, who have things that they can't wait, they refuse to wait, they want to go at them now, keep listening. Okay, so for those of you who are still here, congratulations. You're not in denial. You know that there are things, whether it's small things, you're okay with going out to the coffee shops, going on the solo dates. Now you're ready to take it up a notch. Maybe start taking some of the bigger adventures. Maybe you've been wanting to travel a little bit more. Maybe you've been wanting to go camping. Maybe you've been wanting to see certain sites in the country, out of the country, and you just haven't taken the step yet. Maybe we're starting off, right? Maybe this is new, and we are going to take ourselves to that movie, go out to this social setting, try the new book club, try the new game shop, right? And that's going to be our little starter step. Wherever you're at, congratulations, you are now doing it. We got all the scary shit out of the way, right? We know that we can go out by ourselves, but that doesn't make us a lonely person. We know that people might be having their thoughts, but we don't give a fuck. We know that social media and other places have somehow set these standards in our mind, but we're choosing not to believe them. Because going out on our own isn't a bad thing. So we got that shit out of the way. We're on to the next bit. Right? We've talked about how to set ourselves up for success. Those milestones, right? Start off little, work our way up, get it more and more comfortable, and we're now reaping the benefits of all of our success and conquering things alone. What do we have to show for it? Well, I'll fucking tell you. You've got freedom, bitches. That's right. You do not have to worry about calling up friends, calling up your partner, family members, whomever, trying to search through our contacts in our phone for people that I haven't talked to them in forever, but I gotta find somebody, so I guess they'll have to do. Sounding desperate AF, grasping at straws here for just a little bit of company to go and do stuff that we now have the confidence to do on our own, and that is freedom. It's fucking freedom. You got it. You're free. You don't have to wait. You are no longer chained to the idea that you have to have somebody along with you because you are Mrs. and Mr. and they, them's independent. I don't have the little sound bars, but that's a round of applause for you guys. So, congratulations. You are now free. You now have the confidence to go out and do these things on your own. And you guys, the best thing is the longer and the more consistent that you do this, the more that you figure out about yourself. I didn't realize when I was going to the movies and only seeing the rom-coms and the chick flicks, when I really wanted to go and see the horror films, it was just because that's what all my friends wanted to see. I actually love horror. I didn't realize when I was going out to all the music festivals that I was hanging out at the house and all of the melodic stuff when I really wanted to be breaking fucking neck over at the bass stage. Wild. I didn't realize that every time somebody asked me, well, what do you want to eat today in my friends group? I was just by default always saying Italian because that's where we always ended up, was at this same specific pasta joint, when I really wanted to go and get myself a fucking chimichanga and the best quesadilla that Del Taco's got to offer, because that's what makes me happy. Now we are more self-aware. Do you see what this does for you guys? Do you see how awesome it is? When we spend more time with ourselves, we get more acquainted with us. And isn't it a little backwards that we spend so much time getting acquainted with other people, figuring out what makes them happy so we can fit into their social agenda, rather than spending time with ourselves, taking ourselves on dates, wine, dining ourselves to figure out what makes us happy? God, it's backwards. So backwards. But now you guys have got the confidence to do it, and you're out pursuing it, and you're making it happen. Keep pushing. Keep finding out more about yourself. Because on a little side note, the more that you figure out that makes you happy, the more that we know to look and bypass some of the bullshit that's out there because we know it doesn't make us happy. We can go over this in another episode. This will be, again, a little bit too much of a tangent. All right, but these are the things that help us find the people that matter most in our life. When we know ourselves and we know what we're willing to put up with, what makes us happy and what we're looking for to meet our needs, to meet our joy, that are going to help with our self-confidence, we find that by spending time with ourselves. So when somebody comes into our life and they might seem like a good addition, but then we really spend some time with them, see the things that they like, yeah, maybe it's cool and all, but we know ourselves so well that we know that we don't really like going to the Italian joint anymore. We'd rather go get the Mexican food. We know that we do enjoy chick flicks, but we'd rather spend time with somebody who enjoys going to the horror shows. We know that we do enjoy going to the music festival, but if they're not front rail grabbing and breaking neck with us up there, catch them on the flip side, right? This is how we get to be in tune with us and find our people. It's a beautiful thing, guys. And now I get to start working on it. So I want to leave you guys with this. I want to leave you with a little bit of a challenge, okay? We now have the tools, right? We have the tools to block out all the icky shit. We're not going to look at ourselves as some lonely sap when we go out and we try these events on our own. We're not going to worry about what other people in the room think of us because we have so much confidence in ourselves, so much self-happiness and love that it's not going to fucking matter. And we're going to set ourselves up properly so when we start going into society, we start trying these events on our own, we don't jump right off the cliff, right? We find ourselves on a nice little hill and we start to climb it. Nice gradually. Beautiful little incline, just like that. And again, for those of you not on YouTube, you can't see me, but I'm doing this beautiful little ascent up a tiny little hill on my hand, and we're going to climb it. We're going to climb that hill of self-confidence, self-love, self-worth, till we reach the fucking top, stab it with a flag with our beautiful mug on it, and declare victory. Boom. So now that we have all the tools to block out all the ugly, we've set ourselves up for success. My challenge to you guys is find something new or something that you've been wanting to do and go and do it, right? Remember to set ourselves up correct. If it's something little, start with something little. If we want to do something a little bit bigger, do something a little bit bigger. But go to the coffee shop. Get the movie ticket. Try the new bookstore. Set the reservation for one at the movie theater. Go and buy the ticket to go to see the new show that you wanted to. Head to the beach. Go to the museum. The sky's the limit. Okay? Build stories for yourself. And don't wait for other people. Because your life is so fucking precious, you guys. It is absolutely, without a doubt, the most sacred thing in this world. Okay? Treasure it. Build it up. Enjoy it. All right, you guys. That's about all I got me today. I'd like to thank you guys for coming in. Please, let me know. You can send me a DM on my Instagram, TikTok, wherever you find this video, YouTube. Let me know what new things you pushed yourselves to try. I'd love to hear it. But until next time, guys, thanks for keeping it real. Thanks for keeping it uncensored. And I'll see you in the next episode.